Can you hear? Good morning, and welcome to Unity of Palmyra. Certainly glad you're here this morning. My name is Vicki Smith, and I am the platform assistant today. Today we have a special guest, as Reverend Stephanie is at another church speaking. Today we have Julie Vance that will be joining us and giving us the message and some prayer and meditation. We are an affirming church, and we meet you just where you are at. If this is your first time here today, welcome. Welcome to everybody out on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, we'll pray for whatever that is. If this is your first time here, if you met one of the greeters this morning, you should have received a welcome pack. If not, packet, please let us know. We would be more than happy to make sure that you get one. Again, we're glad you're here, and we're going to start off with the morning opening prayer.
Good morning. I'd just like to say before I do this prayer that I'm part of it's called Unity Spirit Action Group through Unity Worldwide Ministries. And the purpose of it is to hold a high consciousness for our country and for the world. And since it's July 4th weekend, on July 4th, I received a prayer in the mail. It was based on a prayer Ernest Holmes did in the 1950s, but updated for the present time. But there was a guided invocation in there for a gathering or worship service to open the service. And I thought it would be particularly appropriate today on this holiday weekend to share this prayer. So I've added some words of my own, and then I will share this with you. So let's take a minute to just close our eyes and just turn inward, breathing into that sacred space where spirit meets our soul, feeling a sense of freedom. Freedom in letting go of whatever keeps us from experiencing God's presence. Freedom to be who we are meant to be. And in that awareness, in this moment, we call upon the divine presence that holds all nations, all people, and all creation in love. We recognize that the United States of America is not only a political entity, but a living field of consciousness, a collective soul that is evolving, growing, and learning. We bless our leaders, our communities, and all who feel unseen, unheard, or unsafe. We affirm that a new way is emerging, rooted in wisdom, led by compassion, and grounded in the enduring truth that we are one. May our prayer today ripple outward, awakening healing in the land, justice in the systems, and hope in our heart. And may we hold that hope and that divine love in our hearts today as we come together on this July 4th weekend. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Julie. Would everybody please stand as we light the candle? And together, may the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to hurt, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, divine spirit. Okay, opening song.
All right, so we are gathering in song today. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into life, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is abundance in our fellowship. This is a place we all belong. We give thanks in its great holiness. This is the moment, come along. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into life, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. There is a promise in our thankfulness. We know that when we seek, we find. We place our trust in this great holiness. This sacred space is yours and mine. We are gathering in song, welcoming the oneness, opening the doors of spirit wide. We are walking into life, starting out together on a journey through the miracles inside. On a journey through the miracles inside.
And together, our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. And our mission? We provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. And now it's time for hugs and handshakes to say hello and greet everyone today. So in the July 4th celebration, have at it.
Okay. 2, 3, 4. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place in the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Okay, last time. I'm in the right place
Okay, everybody, join in. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hello? Is this on?
You're so bossy.
There we go. Okay. Well, when I gave you the instructions, you did what I asked. So I hope you had a chance to say hello to everybody today. We have quite a few people here. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July. And so with that, we're going to move on to announcements. Today's prayer chaplains are Gwen Ward and Sherry Fries, and Sherry is going to do our prayers later today. This Summer Sound series is July 18th at 7 o'clock. That will be here in the sanctuary with Miss Gwen. Hug Sunday is July the 20th, so please mark your calendars for that. Stephanie is going to have a Unity 101 class as well on 7/20 from 1 to 4. So if you're interested in joining the church and or you just want a refresher on Unity principles and how we got to where we're at, I would suggest that class. It's very good. Harrisburg Pride. I think that's the last Pride we're attending. So that'll be 7/26 up in Harrisburg. And Gwen's going to talk about Source of Light in a second. Also, we have our picnic on 8/31, so please put that on your calendar. I Stand for Love retreat, that'll be in October, and save that date. And I don't know what that is, if somebody else wants to. Yeah, October 4th. Is that here or what? Oh, it's at Gretna Glen. Thank you, Lisa. See Lisa, I guess, if you have any question. Okay. And for those of us that were in the Unclobbered book study with Gwen, there's a committee that's been formed, and we're going to have the author, Colby Martin, who will be here the weekend of 10/10 and 10/11. And I had the opportunity to read his book. If anybody would like to borrow my book before that, I'm more than happy to share it. But it's going to be a big event, and to have the author actually come here in the area and speak and give a class is a real plus. So lots of things between now and October, which is hard to believe. So please mark your calendars. And then Gwen has something addition for Source of Light.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we went live on July 1st for our Source of Light sign up. If you have not had the opportunity to get on to get your appointments for many of the vendors, I suggest you do it soon. Many of our very popular ones like Sandy Long, Dawn Toole, our own Helene, and Kathy Gable, our administrative assistant. I mean, y'all just going to have so many people doing work for you. And so you need to get on and get appointments. You can do that a couple different ways. You can go on the unityofpalmyra.org website, and right up in front, Dave's got us all set up. You'll see a thing, a drop down for the Source of Light. You can go on there and find the links. Or if you find our poster, you can use the QR code, which will land you in the same place, and that way you can sign up. That is, let's do a quiz. When is this? August 1st and 2nd. Very good. You passed that quiz today. Very good. So, August 1st, we are here on Friday from 3 to 6, and then there's a dinner, if you would like to do that. It's pretty much an all-you-can-eat pasta. And then Lori Rank is the person who will be doing the gallery reading here from 6:30 to 7:30, and then we're doing a sound immersion from 8 to 9 that evening. So tickets are also available right after the service today. See me if you'd like tickets as well. Any other questions? Raise your hand if you're on the committee. Let's see if they know. Very good, very good. See any of us, and we'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwen. And one other thing, I did see there are sign-up sheets downstairs. It looks like for food, for volunteering in the kitchen, and also Bridget needs volunteers to help with people that day.
There's also a sign-up sheet downstairs to supply baked goods for Saturday, August the 2nd. Please sign up. On the sign-up sheet, it specifies to please bring your stuff August the 1st. So once August 2nd comes and we start people coming and going, it's hard for me to try and get everything organized. So.
And for those at home, since we weren't on the mic, just so that you know, Tammy is asking for volunteers to bring in baked goods August the 1st. And there'll be more. Read your daily or weekly newsletter, and you will see everything is in there. Thank you, Kathy, for all that you do, because everything is in there. Okay, anybody else have any other announcements or anything? Holly, you come.
It's just that for the hug meeting, we're going to do take a dip. So that's the theme for the food. So bring some kind of dip with dippers. So it can be fruit, it can be vegetables, it can be whatever you want. But I figure in the middle of July, we need to take a little dip. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly. She's always very creative in what she comes up with for Sundays. Okay, anybody else? Okay, Becky?
Good morning. Good morning. The word for today is possibilities. I open my mind to limitless possibilities. There are limits to what my mind can imagine. I may find a challenge too big to overcome or too complex to work through. In the past, I might have avoided such challenges, but today, I turn within for guidance. Within my inner sanctuary, I find infinite possibilities. For God, nothing is or ever could be impossible. As a spiritual being, I open my mind so these possibilities can enter my imagination. With spiritual sight, I begin to apprehend what is possible. I emerge from my prayer time filled with inspiration and clarity, ready to take the steps necessary to make my vision a reality. I return again and again to the limitless field of infinite potential, where I can claim divine ideas and know the presence and power of God is in and through all things. And from Luke 1:37, for nothing will be impossible with God.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So this is the time of our service where we share our joys and concerns. So take in a deep breath. Feel your feet grounded to the floor. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. And in this time, we remember that joys and concerns are both ends of the spectrum of love. We celebrate, we grieve, we feel concerns. So let's start by feeling concerns around this world There are so many hearts in this world that are heavy with grief, with pain, with hunger, with war. And we hold deeply concerns for all of those hearts affected. We hold all of the hearts in our country, in Texas right now with the flooding, where there are fires, where there is loss and pain. We hold all of those hearts deeply in our own, within our state, within our community, within our family. We hold all of those hearts around us that are feeling pain, grief, loss, suffering. We hold them deeply within our hearts. And we also celebrate the joys, the celebration of those we love dearest, our family, our community, our state. We celebrate our nation this weekend. We celebrate 249 years of this idea of the United States of America. We celebrate the joys of the world, the clarity of people everywhere remembering love. And we hold that joy for the world as well. Two ends of the same continuum of love. In this we remember.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. Excuse me. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment here, to a new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. And here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. And here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. And here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. And here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Thank you, Janie. That was beautiful. And I'd like to invite Julie up to speak. Julie Vance, Reverend Julie Vance, is the founding minister of here at Unity of Palmyra. I'm happy to be able to share the pulpit with her this morning. She has a wonderful message for us, and I'm sure everybody will enjoy it.
Thank you, Janie, for that beautiful song. Are you familiar with that song? Okay. For a while when I was speaking at Unity of Lehigh Valley regularly, when they did not have a minister, it seemed like every time I went there, they played that song. And it got to be kind of a theme song for me. So it's really good to hear it again. So is your soul ready to dive right in this morning? No. To tune into your inspiration station. A few weeks ago, I attended the concert here at Unity of Palmyra, and I was talking to someone about that I would be speaking here on July 6th, and I said, but I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And the other person said, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. It'll come to you. So I turned to the person beside me and I said, well, here's a topic, what to talk about when you're not inspired to talk about anything. And I knew that was silly and that wasn't going to be my title. But the thing of it was, when I said that, there was a spark. You know, how something clicked. And I thought, there's something in that that's going to be my inspiration. And so as I thought about it, and I was asking myself, well, what really does inspire us? And how do we get inspired when we're not feeling that way? And I remembered that years ago, probably in the 1990s, when I first started the group that is now Unity of Palmyra, I did a message on tuning into your inspiration station. And I thought, wow, I wonder what I talked about. Now, I do little 4x6 cards, and I have boxes filled with all the messages I've done since 1990 through the years. And I decided this year that I was going to go through them and throw some of them out. So I did do the 90s that are gone, most of them, so I didn't have the notes for that anymore, but I thought, well, if that's the topic I'm supposed to do, I'll be inspired again. So, where does inspiration come from? Well, it really comes from anywhere and everywhere. Who'd have thought that my making a comment to the person sitting beside me would be the inspiration for my Sunday message? But it's all around us if we're open to it. And it can be from outer experiences, a book we read, a movie we see, a conversation, a quote. All of those and more have been inspirations for me when I'm doing my Sunday messages. But ultimately, our inspiration comes from within. You know, inspiration and creativity go hand in hand. And so sometimes we're inspired with an idea to create. And it might be a message, it might be a song, it might be a poem, it might be preparing a meal, it might be creating a beautiful life. Sometimes when we're inspired from within, it might feel like a calling, something that you know that's yours to do. Or sometimes it's just a vague feeling like, I think I'm supposed to do this. And you might not even want to, you might not have ever thought of it before, but there's something that inspires you and that you can't let it go. Or sometimes it's simply a divine nudge, a little tap on the shoulder, a little voice in your ear that says, do this, call this person, read this book. And when you do, wonderful surprises await you. So, what are some of the things that may inspire us? Well, Reverend Stephanie has been using the Heroes theme throughout the summer. And I thought, well, how interesting to focus on those extraordinary people that we think about through the years. Abraham Lincoln, and who are some of the other ones? I forget. I listened to some, but Eleanor Roosevelt, but many people. But I also like what Mother Teresa once said, that it's also things are done by ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And so the firefighter who goes into a burning building and rescues a child, the person that's there for you at just the right time to say the right words, all of those are inspiring. We might be inspired by movies. I mentioned to some of you that I was inspired by the movie Conclave. Anybody see that? I was first of all inspired by Pope Leo XIV, and then I thought, I really want to see that movie. I hadn't seen it. And I was so inspired that I had to see it twice because I thought I missed things in the first viewing of it. But what really inspired me about that movie, amongst other things, was that amidst all the wheeling and dealing and all the backstabbing that was going on behind it, in the end, divine wisdom, divine order prevailed. And I thought that was so hopeful and inspiring for this time in our country and in the world, to think that whatever the chaos and everything that is going on in the world, that somehow there is a sense of divine order moving through it, and that it is moving in a positive direction. So we can be inspired by a movie, a book, a conversation, beautiful music. When I was here at the concert a few weeks ago, I was inspired by the variety of music and the uniqueness of each person's style. Each one sharing in their own special way, but all blending together in a beautiful symphony. I think we can be inspired by authenticity, by being true to oneself. Have you ever been in a group of people when something felt not right? Something wasn't being said. I used to go to retreats with a couple that when something felt off in the circle, they'd just say, "What isn't being said here?" And somebody would say something really authentic, and it would shift the whole energy. That often can happen. That's inspiring. When we're caring and sharing from the heart, that's inspiring. Whether it's a speaker, whether it's a writer, whether it's an everyday conversation. And there's so much out there in the world, so much information, that sometimes we wonder, what can I believe? What is true? And sometimes I just have to put my hand on my heart and say, is this true for me? Because that's how we ultimately know from deep within whether something is true. Is this true for me? Does it feel right to me? And part of authenticity is the intention to create in a loving way, whatever it is we might be creating. I think we also can be inspired by nature. Who has ever been inspired by something in nature? The ocean. There's just such a feeling of power and that anything is possible. Or the mountains. The inspiration to write God Bless America came on the top of Pikes Peak. Or it can be in a forest. There was an article in Spirituality and Health in the March-April edition that said there are studies that show that feeling that sense of awe that we often feel in nature can help calm the nervous system, reduce inflammation, and bring people together through a shared sense of community. So when you're experiencing that awe, it not only does all that for you, but when you have a shared experience, people coming together and being inspired, it's really tripled, quadrupled, whatever, but it can have a much more powerful effect. And that, to me, is inspiring. Noticing what's around us is inspiring. How many times do you take for granted even the beauty outside? We're too busy thinking of what we're doing as we go for a walk, what we have to do, or we just don't notice things that we've seen many times before. There's an exercise I do sometimes in my retreat that's called What You Notice Has Meaning. And I invite people to just close their eyes for a few minutes and then open them and notice what stands out for you. How do you feel about it? And what is it telling you in your life? So next time you're feeling bored with life, or you think everything looks the same old way, take a minute to just look around you. See what you notice, how it makes you feel, and what message it has for you. In a workshop, one time I was doing this exercise, and a woman said, well, she noticed, she heard the birds singing, and it felt so peaceful to her. And she said when she thought about it, she realized she hadn't taken time to listen to the birds singing for a long time. And so it was a message to her to take time to slow down and notice those little things. I think we're inspired by new ideas, by learning and growing. There's so many opportunities for us to learn and grow, a wealth of opportunities available, online classes and speeches to listen to. There's colleges and universities. There's spiritual and personal growth workshops that we can enter into. And there's something about that doing something new, learning something new, that can be very inspiring for us. I was talking to someone recently about how, this was a friend of mine who's going to be 90 in a few months, and doesn't look or seem her age at all. And we were talking about that, and I said, you know, I think that people, and this isn't just true of aging, but at any age, that we keep young by being engaged in life. You know, whether it's taking classes, whether it's stimulating conversations, whatever it is, that when we remain engaged in life, we just feel that sense of aliveness. It's inspiring. And I think we're inspired by excellence, not perfection, because perfection is something else, but excellence. Someone who hones their craft puts time and energy into doing the very best they can. Someone who loves what they're doing. Don't you feel it when someone loves what they're doing? And then we're inspired by remembering who we are. When I was doing full-time ministry, sometimes people would say, what's the most inspiring thing to you about being a minister? And one of them was that I liked to see when people remembered who they were, or that they got it, that they had some new insight or understanding. It's inspiring when we remember that we are divine beings. Sometimes we forget, but when we remember or someone reminds us, it's inspiring when we remember we are all one. It's inspiring when we remember we each have the Christ light within us, guiding us and lighting our way. And it's inspiring when we see that light in others, despite that which divides us. That's inspiring. So, what do you do? These are all around us inspiring things. But there's still times when we might not be feeling inspired. So how do we open to inspiration when we're not feeling inspired? Well, I think we have to tune in to our inspiration station. Just as there are many stations on the radio or on television, you can turn into one that's very inspiring, that's very all negative, thoughts that don't make you feel very good, or you can choose to turn into one that feels uplifting. The inspiration station is the idea that though outer things can bring forth inspiration in you, ultimately it comes from within, from your inspiration station, your unique connection with Spirit. And your inspiration state is that connection. So, first of all, you have to create the time and space to listen to it. It doesn't always speak above the noise of the crowds or the busyness of your life. But to take time to really listen, to see what does inspire you. Where is it coming from? And let go trying to figure it all out and focus on going within. Inspiration doesn't come from trying to figure it out. It comes from letting that divine inspiration come in and through you. When I first thought of doing my message today, I thought, well, logically, it's the 4th of July weekend, so I should do something on freedom. But it didn't seem very inspiring to me. So, but I let go of that and was open to it coming from another way. And once we're connected to our inspiration station, ask for inspiration. Give thanks in advance. I say that so many times. You've probably heard me say that before. Thank you, God, that I am inspired with the right and perfect topic for my Sunday message at Unity of Palmyra. Thank you, God, that I am inspired to say just the right thing to my friend who is going through a difficult time. Thanking in advance for the inspiration that you know you're going to receive. And then we open to inspiration by finding something that awakens a sense of awe and wonder for you. Whatever that is, it might be a place, it might be recapturing the joy you felt as a child. It might come by just noticing what's around you and feeling inspired. I had a friend visit me about a year ago, and she hadn't been in my home for a long time. And she went around my home and just noticed things. Like, oh, that's a beautiful painting. What inspired you to get that? And afterwards I thought, wow, I can look at my home in a whole new way with things I had looked at day after day, but I got used to it and didn't really notice the beauty in it. So find something that awakens a sense of awe and wonder for you. And then be open to possibilities. When I saw the writing on the slides that Kathy sent to me, and I saw that reading on possibilities, at first I didn't realize it was the daily word, and I thought, wow, where did that come from? That's a perfect message for my Sunday message. And then I realized it was the daily word, because when we focus on what we think can't be, we don't see what can be. Long ago, you may remember Bobby Kennedy made a statement that stuck in my mind over the years. He said, "Some people see things as they are and ask why. I see things that never were and ask why not." Definitely possibility thinking. When you're saying something, I can't do this, I can't do that, instead think of what you can do and focus on that. Think outside the box. If you're doing things the same old way all the time, how can you do something differently, in a different way? And let go shoulds. Spirit does not speak in shoulds. So if you hear a message that says you should do this, it's probably not divine inspiration. You might want to let that go and tune in to your inspiration station. And then jot down the possibilities. Sometimes we have a whole lot of possibilities. We think, oh, I could do this, I could do this, and I call it dancing in my head. But then I have to write them down, because otherwise we get all these ideas and sometimes we just put them aside. But once I write them down, and some of them, I may not do 50 or 75% of them, but there's something on that list that I'll look at and I'll say, oh, now I'm really drawn to that. That inspires me. And then do it. Take a step in that direction. So be attentive to your thoughts and feelings. Notice that little spark or that click, a light going on in your head, like the cartoon when you see a light bulb. When you notice that, that's inspiration. Strive for excellence. Be the best you can be. Do the best you can do. Don't sit there and wait for somebody else to do it. Step up to the plate. If nobody else is doing it, maybe it's yours to do. When I was serving as minister, sometimes people would say, somebody should do that. And usually it meant I should do it, or the board should do it, or someone should do it. But I used to say, well, maybe it's yours to do. What you? So if you're getting an idea in your head that somebody should do something, just ask yourself, is this something I'm to do? Be inspired to do it. And then keep tuned into your inspiration station. Sometimes inspiration comes in bits and pieces, and often when least expected. Know that if you receive divine inspiration, you'll have whatever you need to do what is yours to do. And let your light shine. One light can illuminate the darkness. Imagine what all our lights together can do. That's inspiring. An inspired person is inspiring. So I invite you to tune into your inspiration station and begin to feel inspired and to be an inspiration. And we have a beautiful song that Janie's going to do now for us called I Have Faith. And faith is definitely part of inspiration, listening to what we're inspired to do and have faith that we can carry it out. So we'll let that song lead us into meditation.
I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith, I am faith, I have hope, I pray hope, I choose hope, I am hope. When I trust and I let go, I know all is well. I have love, I pray love, I choose love, I am love. You are love, we are love, all God's children are love. When I trust and I let go, I know that all is well.
So let's take those words into our hearts. All is well. We have faith in the perfect outworking of every situation in our lives. I invite you to take a few deep breaths and feel the power of those words. Let them inspire you. Faith, hope, trust, love, all is well. And now tune in to your inspiration station. Let the words of peace, hope, faith, love, and trust take you deep within, where you feel a connection with Spirit. And rest in that place of stillness and quiet for a few minutes. And in that place of quiet, Spirit wants to inspire you with a divine idea. Something you are meant to do or be. Or perhaps a word of encouragement or confirmation of who you truly are, your authentic self. Whatever Spirit wants to share with you, it is exactly what you need right now. So be still and listen, and allow yourself to be inspired to do what is yours to do, to be what is yours to be, to receive the message Spirit has for you this morning. So be still and listen. And know that as you are inspired, so shall you inspire others. Be inspired to be the light that you are. Keep tuned to your inspiration station. It's always there for you. And so it is. Amen. And gently, and as you're ready, I invite you to bring your awareness back to this time and place, feeling the peace and love of Spirit.
Thank you, Julie, for that inspiring message. I'm sure we will all leave here today remembering that there is something that will inspire us inside today. Okay. Wanted to say thank you to everyone for your gifts. We do not pass the plate anymore here. We've evolved since COVID to do that. If you would like to give today in paper form or cash form, we do have a basket at the back there by Dan. And if you are somebody that would prefer to do electronically, you can do it online on our website. Okay, let's see. What do we have next? It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Spirit in me. Okay. Ladies?
Now my hands do your work, and now my lips speak your truth. Now my life is the image of your love, Spirit. Spirit in me. Now my voice sings your song. Now my peace is in my heart. Now my soul is the laughter of a child. Spirit, Spirit in me. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Now my hands do your work, and now my lips speak your truth, and now my life is the image of your love, Spirit, Spirit in me. Now my voice sings your song, and now my heart is at peace. Now my soul is the laughter of a child. Spirit, Spirit in me. And so it is, and so it is. And so it is. Now my hands do your work, and now my lips speak your truth. And now my life is the image of your love, Spirit. Spirit in me. Spirit. Spirit in me. Thank you very much.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Okay, if everybody wants to stand for the Unity Blessing. Okay, together. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in each and every one of you. Okay, and before we move on here, it's birthday Sunday. And I will not be singing that, simply because my birthday's in there, and I think I get special dispensation on that. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you.
Yay. And Rick. Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yep, I haven't finished yet. Okay, but thank you, Rick. Okay, let's extinguish the flame together. We extinguish this flame,
but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment.
these we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And before we sing our final song, as Rick wanted to let us know, we have a special anniversary today for Hal and Ellen. It's their 50th wedding anniversary. And there's a big celebration of food downstairs, as well as a beautiful cake. So the reason I didn't say anything is because I didn't want everybody running downstairs to eat, so because I know we will do that here. Okay, so now we can all sing the song, I Stand for Love.
Yes, we can.
We can as soon as Janie. Go, Jane.
I stand for love, I stand for peace, I stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you. You know our world is in great pain. She needs our love again, but there are those who fail to see what we have done and what we need. There is a cost for every act, and now there is no turning back. We burn a bridge, we bang a drum, It's time to rise, the time has come. If you're thinking it's not urgent, that we've got more time to kill, if I'm not the one who'll change things, well then, heaven's sakes, who will? So I will move, and I will climb that mountain one step at a time. I won't be swayed, I will not stop until we've made it to the top, where we will stand for love and peace. We'll stand for joy and for release, for what is beautiful and true. I'll stand for hope, we'll stand for you, for what is beautiful and true. I stand for hope, I stand for you.
And together, the prayer of protection.
As the light of God, we shine. As the love of God, we embrace. As the power of God, we stand in truth. As the presence of God, we radiate love. Wherever we are the divine in expression, and all is well with our souls.
Thank you, everybody. You can go ahead downstairs, celebrate with Hal and Ellen, and enjoy their 50th wedding anniversary celebration. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And thank you, everybody, for helping me out.